Hello everyone. We're back on Sunday and I actually went to mass yesterday. But today I want to do my little recap on Sundays. I'm kind of liking it. So as of today, I worked and I got off around like 2:30, and I did want to keep it my rhythm where I go to a park and I read. So today I was reading on Romans 1. And oh boy, let me tell you what I found out. So for context, if you haven't read Romans is my favorite as of now. But Romans is my favorite because Paul is just great. But either ways, let me do a little background for those of you who haven't read it. So Paul travels to Rome. Actually, he gets to Rome, not travels. But let me give you the context of it. I'm here reading Romans for the reason that I like Romans, but I never finished it. So that is the context of it. Second of all, I've been asking God for a minute now. I've been doing the same prayer and I've gotten no answer. And on one of my videos, I think it was on TikTok, I was persistent enough to say, keep praying, because you never know when that prayer is going to be answered. And one person commented, if I'm not mistaken, that they have not received their answer. And I got to the point where I've been asking for the same thing for a couple months now, and I have not gotten an answer. A couple months. If you've been following with me for a minute now since I began, you know that I'm unemployed. So I've been asking for a full-time job that leads me to a career so that I can grow within the company that I get to. And I've been applying, but nothing has pinned out. I got to the moment where I was probably a month prior to today. I was with the family member and I was telling them, I believe that I have not received an answer to that prayer is because God is really blocking it. God is telling me, you need to level up. So when I tell you that there's going to be an answer and I deliver that answer to you, you are well off. But as of now, I'm still equipping you. I'm still building you. I'm still lifting you to where you need to be. So when that prayer gets answered, you'll be good. And it will be within my will, not yours. So today, I randomly decide to read Romans again. And I'm here. I'm gonna be 100%. I say again, but I really never finished it. But I'm here committed because I want to actually finish it. So I'm starting with Romans 1. And on Romans 1:9, Paul is saying, God knows how often I pray for you. And if you don't have a Bible guide or Bible study, I always recommend it, and I recommended it in my previous videos. But the explanation for verse 9 was just what I needed. So I'm going to read to you with the explanation. Don't be surprised at how God answers. Paul prayed to visit Rome so he can teach the Christians that were there. When he finally arrived to Rome, it was as a prisoner. So he had prayed to be sent to Rome. And a couple verses prior to that, he said that God and other things have stopped him from getting to Rome. So you got God stopping him from getting there. But not only that, the explanation keeps going, because if you haven't read prior to that, so Acts, you will know that he got there as a prisoner, but not only as a prisoner. So he prayed for a safe travel to Rome. Answered, he was delivered to Rome. He traveled safely through Rome. So that was there. But here is the catch. So in Acts 28:16, Paul prayed for a safe trip, and he did arrive safely. After getting arrested, slapped in the face, shipwrecked, and bitten by a poisonous snake. So you see the irony that sometimes I'm seeing the irony of myself, that sometimes I pray for something and I'm like, God, please deliver me to a new place. Deliver me to a career. a potential job that is full time, that I can get to a career. And God is telling me, not yet. But if you keep developing and reading on to this passage, Romans 1, after verse 9, you'll get to see that even though Paul prayed for a safe trip to Rome and all these other adverse things happened, that God still used that to his power to maximize the experience of what he had prayed for. So in the end, no prayer goes unanswered. It's not time yet, because it's his time, not yours. And I'm here like, wow, like so funny, not funny, but God, that I chose today, out of all days, today, to read this chapter of Romans. And I tell you, it is God's timing, because I've been nagging. I've been nagging for a minute, and this one personal. Like I already told you, I've been praying for a full-time job. I've been applying. I keep a track of the places that I'm applying. It's getting to a point where I'm getting a little antsy, like nothing's panning out. But a couple of days ago, I did get a breakthrough. I got a position at a restaurant, at a reference, which was great. And I'm here, thank you, God. That's not exactly what I asked for, but I know you will deliver when your timing is right, you know, not mine. When your timing is right. But still, I'm getting a little antsy. I'm like, why is this prayer not answered? I know that my heart is in a good place when I'm asking for this, and asking you shall receive. And I'm still like, what is happening? What is going on? And he reminded me that, hey, first of all, be mindful of what you pray. Second of all, what you thought about a month ago, that is because I'm still equipping you. It's absolutely right. There's a greater vision of God's plan that we often miss out. So I'm telling you, be patient, move in faith, get to the assigned task you got now. That meaning you need to level up, meaning you need to get closer to Christ. You need to seek faith, or you need to ask for faith. That was one of my prior videos too. But don't give up yet. Keep praying, see a vision, and try to present it to the Father and say, here is what I think. Perhaps in my prayer, I wasn't showing you where my heart was at or where I wanted to be. But I want to tell you that this is what I picture for myself. And if it's within your will, then make it happen. But never, 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 ever quit on praying. Because that prayer will be answered, but just to a whole different vision of what you thought it was. So that was my little 2 cents of today. I hope y'all are great. But I know that somebody else needed to know that their prayers will be answered. It's on the way. It's not that God hasn't forgotten. God never forgets about his children. So that was it. Hope you have a blessed one. Now I gotta go run to a Bible study. So see y'all next Sunday.